Okay, every week for the next couple of weeks, we are going to work on a certain aspect of theory, music theory. It's sort of the science and math behind music. So this week we are working on balancing the scales. So what we're doing is we're imagining that this is a scale, kind of like tips this way and that way. And the idea is to balance the scale. So on one side, I'm going to put something like a quarter rest, for example. And then the instruction for this week is to balance the scale with one note. So make sure that you're actually using a note when you do this and not a rest, or not two notes or not two rests. We're looking for one note. So if I were to say balance the scale with one note, first thing you'd want to do is figure out how many beats we have over on this side of the scale. Well, this is a quarter rest, and we know that quarter rests are one beat. So we would need something on the other side to balance it off. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds to think about what kind of note you would need in order to balance the scale with one beat. If you guessed quarter note, that would be correct, because a quarter note gets one beat and a quarter rest gets one beat. So the scale is balanced. So that would be the correct answer. Okay, let's try another couple. So if I said balance the scale with one note, and we're looking at this over here, this is a half rest, and a half rest gets two beats, then you would need to balance it with one note that also gets two beats. So I'll give you a couple seconds to think about that. And if you decided that that would be a half note, then you are correct. A half note gets two beats. So we've got two beats on this side and we've got two beats on that side, and now the scale is balanced. So that would have been a correct answer. Let's try one more together. I'm going to put 3 quarter rests. And now we know that each quarter rest gets one beat. So we've got 1 plus 1 plus 1, and that of course equals 3. So we would need one note on this side to balance this side, which has 3 beats. So we're looking for one note that's worth 3 beats. So think about it for a second. All right, if you thought of a dotted half note, then you are absolutely correct, because a dotted half note equals 3. So now we've got 3 on this side and we've got 3 on that side. And that is how you balance the scale with one note.